So we went to Rio de Janeiro, and this graffiti on the floor says, "Stop here, appreciate life for a minute and smile." And we looked at the view, and then when we looked down in the water, what was it all? It's just plastic. Plastic, plastic, plastic. Oh my god, it was shocking. This wildlife in between plastics, this poor crane just surrounded by it. Welcome to Rio, at least the dirty side of it. Todo em plásticos. That's the name of this store, which means everything in plastics, but it would be the theme of our trip. Don't get me wrong, I love the city. I was born here. Great people. Look at this friendly guy, just saying hello. Look at this view. Then you look down and many times you have this view right here. Plastic, 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 plastic bottle, plastic cup, plastic wrapping, plastic forks, plastic everything. Plastic bottles here, plastic bottles there, plastic bottles everywhere. It's like it's the wildlife of this place by now. It's just overwhelming. No baby turtles going into the water here. Just baby plastic bottles going into the water. Backwards, special effects. Now welcome to Urca, a nice little neighborhood at the foot of the Sugarloaf. You can see all these yachts. You can see this beautiful view. It's a charming little neighborhood. But even here, you look down, plastic, 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 plastics. And we have this romantic view. What a romantic view with plastic surroundings. This is the modern world. This trash can says, "Trash goes here," but people misunderstood it and thought it was all over the city. This sign says it's prohibited to throw trash here, but I guess people didn't read the sign or they didn't understand it. All along the coast, between the rocks, between the water, dancing with the waves, it's just pure trash. Pure trash everywhere. And then there was this fisherman right here trying to get his dinner. We look down, what is he fishing? He's fishing for fish between plastics. Probably fishing more plastics than fishing fish. I don't eat fish because I don't want to hurt the fish. I don't want to hurt the ocean, but this is even beyond me. Come on, nobody really wants to eat this. These fish are already full of plastics, and they will be eaten by the person who eats the fish. And this old man here, looking for things in the plastic trash, probably for his fishing rod, which is made out of a can and a string. And the plastic just dances in the waves. It's a beautiful dance, a nice little swing in the ocean. In a local store right nearby, you can see where all the plastic comes from. It doesn't come from just anywhere. It comes from the store. People buy it, throw it away, and it ends up right here. They end up like this. Little pieces, little microplastics, just floating around in the water, killing paradise. Now let's go to the beach. Here's the little beach I'm talking about. It's a nice little beach. Let's go have a swim, yo. Right next to the mountain. Beautiful flora, beautiful trees. And you look down, to no surprise, it's plastic wrapping. You look even closer to the floor. There's blue plastic, yellow plastic, all these beautiful colors. Some of these green ones, you'd think they're leaves, but some of it is actually plastic. Even the white ones. You think it's all shells, but some of it is plastics. It just accumulates and it goes deep into the sand. Here's a plastic lid with plastic wrappings. This was just laying there just like this. It's just laying here all day on the floor. Big pieces, small pieces. People swimming in between them. For these kids, it's probably the normality. They don't know any different. This is what they grew up with. But when I grew up, these beaches didn't look like this. They looked clean. They weren't full of plastic. Is this what we want? This is not what we want. Come on, people. We can change this. We have to change this. And right here, this is right by the beach. The soup that accumulates. This plastic soup. Disgusting. You don't even want to put your foot in there. People swim in this. The beach protected by the stone walls. Look at this guy. He's also angry. He says, "Oh, look at all the plastics over there. It comes from there." Now let's go to Carnival. Whew, Carnival. Look at me. That's me going into one of the blocos. I found this nice little feather that I put in my hat. Drums, yeah. The music, it's so contagious. It's so addictive. It's really nice. The vibes are amazing. I advise everybody to experience Carnival in Rio at least once. It's really great. The happiness, the music, the drums, the colors, the vibes and the colors. Oh, the colors. But then you look at the colors closer, the colors are actually plastic. The plastic on the dress. This dress is pure plastic. It's made of plastic. Plastic on the skirt, costumes made of plastic, headwear made of plastic, and even microplastics on the skin. Everybody wearing microplastics on the skin, rubbing it off each other in the crowd. Unfilterable plastic. Why would you want to wear this? This is not good. And you can buy this plastic in all colors everywhere. You can buy it in different shapes. I wouldn't even be surprised if fish are pooping sparkles by now. And then you have these plastic ribbons that people wear. They wear them as skirts, as wigs. We'll get to those later again. Then we'll look at all this headwear. It's beautiful, of course, I'm gonna admit it. These flowers, these shapes, these hats, shining in the sun, it's great, but it's all plastics. It's like we're swapping the short-lived beauty for the real beauty that is nature, you know? This is killing off nature. Let's be honest about it. Yay, 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 we're going with plastic. Yay, yay, we're parading with plastics. Look at us all with our plastics. Plastic, 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 plastic heads, plastic skirts, plastic shorts, plastic shirts everywhere, everything in plastic. Plastic drum, 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 big drum guy. Probably with plastic, yeah. Plastic wig. This is fun. Plastic pink wig. People wearing their plastic with pride. They love their plastic, yeah. And here we're at those big parades, you know, those parades you see on TV with the big carts and parade costumes. Yep, you won't be surprised what it's all made of. It's all made up of plastics. Let's have a close look. Yep, you see it's all little pieces of plastic stuck on big pieces of plastic, stuck on even bigger pieces of plastic. Just tons and tons and tons of plastics going through the streets, used for half an hour in a year. Everything goes through for half an hour, and then it's waste. It just becomes trash. Maybe some of it is used again for something, but most of it becomes trash. Even these costumes, it's not cotton, it's plastic. Plastic with plastic. And then it ends up as trash. Like this one right here, it just ends up in the trash. Maybe some people collect it and use it for something creative, I don't know. Most of it, it's trash. Ooh, look, we're having fun, and of course it's fun. I had lots of fun, but I can't oversee all this plastic. And then downtown, you go downtown and you go shopping and you see where it comes from. All these stores have cheap plastic, probably from China, cheap plastic inside of plastic that you can put around yourself to have fun for one day. Some of it is maybe used for 3 days or something, but it all ends up as plastic. And even these skirts are fun. Yeah, ha ha ha. But look, even these skirts have little pieces of plastic stuck onto them, so they're even shinier. You know, this shininess, and really blinds to the dirt that it produces. Yeah, I love you, you know, this is plastic love, I guess. We are so addicted to plastic. Ooh, look at me wearing a plastic wig, woo-wee. And this is the aftermath. This is the aftermath of it all. Plastic wrappings and bottles everywhere on the sides of the streets. Right here we had a concert, a carnival concert, you can see by the stage. It's now empty. And what is left behind is a huge sea of plastic. A huge sea. And here's one of those ribbons that we were talking about. This yellow one. And it ends up here. And red ones and blue ones and purple ones. I guess the green of the lawn wasn't enough for the people, so they had to color it more. Yeah, and this is just one of the events. You have to remember there's lots of these events happening. And all of them, the whole week, this is the aftermath of them all. Here we have a wild plastic bag about to give birth. Wait, here. Oh, it gave birth. Wow. Look at that. Nice little plastic bag. This is carnival for everybody. Yeah, Brasil, zoo. And then you have these orange men, and they're trying to clean up everything. They blow the plastic to the sides. Other people are scraping it up, putting it in trash cans. But of course you can't collect all this plastic. It's impossible. It's humanly impossible. It just ends up everywhere anyway. And these orange men are everywhere. They're at the beach. They're there every day. We asked somebody and he told us they're there every day, all day. But still everything is full of plastic. This is not enough of a solution. What we need for a solution is less plastics, less plastic usage, less plastic selling. Everything needs to be less. We have to produce less plastic. That's the only solution. And these poor people, they're actually helping recycle. They collect the plastic bottles and they bring them towards recycling plants Remember, cans are lined up with plastics inside. It's not just metal. We have a lot of people collecting them in huge bags. Thousands of cans brought to recycling. Now let's get a snack before we go to the beach. But wait a minute, all these fruits and vegetables, they're so healthy, but they're all in plastic. Why? And then they call them organics? Ooh, okay. Okay, let's forget the snack. Let's go to Copacabana Beach, probably the most famous beach in the world. It's really nice. Beautiful beach, you can go ride your bike, you can go into these little bars, have a drink, have something to eat. But then you go in the sand and it looks just like this. Look at all the sand. Wait, no, look at all this plastic, I mean. Of course the sand would be normal, but I guess all the plastic, as I said, is the new normal. Here we are at the other end of Copacabana, where everybody does water sports, they go swimming, they do stand-up paddling and so on. It's a really nice place. You see this woman taking a nice dive. You can see it, but there's lots of plastic in there. So let's go inside the water and see how it is. Let's go. Set up, putting my straps on, paddling out. And after a short time, I already see a little piece of plastic floating along, and more, and it just becomes more. And then we have this plastic cup, for example. It once used to be as proud as the plastic cups shown in the store, and now it ends up here in the ocean. And it's trash, like these pieces of plastic, these wrappings, these everything. Now I see the irony, me with a plastic board, a plastic paddle, and even plastic clothing. Of course I have to look at myself and I try to reduce every day, which is even more a reason to reduce plastic, because we're surrounded by it. Let's stop this one-way plastic. Anna couldn't take it. She already started collecting plastics with her hand. All the plastic she could collect. And then if we look down in the water, we see all these plastic pieces between jellyfish, and the jellyfish sort of look like plastic. They look like plastic to us humans, so of course turtles are gonna think it's plastic. And then we actually saw this turtle. We thought it was a piece of trash, but then we got closer and we saw, yep, it's a turtle. It's a turtle just floating along. Is it dead? And we looked closer, yep, it's dead. It wasn't fully grown, so we're pretty sure that it's suffocated from plastic. We had seen bigger ones. Poor thing. Another victim of our society, another victim of our convenience, which we call plastic. Just floating around, innocent, just wanting to live its life. In fact, I have never seen so many dead animals in such close proximity in such short time. There were all these puffer fish swimming around, actually floating around. Swimming is not the right word anymore. They were floating around here, dead, completely lifeless. You can really watch paradise being killed right here. Nature dying off as we speak. Every day more and more and more of this plastic comes into the ocean and suffocates more of these fish every day. Lots of these puffer fish. And here we have a huge puffer fish. At least this one got to get grown up. No, at least this one got to be big. But it ended up with the same fate as the small ones, ended up with the same fate as the turtle, as so many of these fish, of these animals in the water. They eat the plastic, or they eat animals with plastic, and then the plastic just ends up inside of them and they suffocate with a full stomach. What a great way to go. No, that was of course sarcastic. And then we have this bird. This bird was floating around. It probably suffocated on plastic and was swimming around, got its head ripped off by another predator, and now it's just part of the soup, part of the plastic and dead animal soup that is Copacabana Bay. It's a lot. It's a lot. And we tell you, and there's our teammates. We did this with a team. And somehow they were blind to all this plastic trash. They said, oh no, it's not, it's clean today. Nope, it was never clean. None of the days we went out it was clean, and they thought it was clean, but we just couldn't not see it. It was so much. And then this mask came along, swimming along. Of course, we couldn't leave it in the water. We took it out. Some kid probably wore it, maybe somebody for carnival. It started off in the store, just like these masks and all this bullshit. So welcome to Copacabana right here. And this is the bay. This is the bay at around 8:30 in the morning, when the current already brought in all the plastic from outside, and it ends up here. It ends up here. Look, all this beautiful soup, colors and shapes and everything. It's all just trash. This is Copacabana, the most famous beach for you, at 8:30 in the morning. It's a soup, it's disgusting, and people swim here. And this is just the collection. Yep, another reminder, it doesn't start from anywhere, it starts in the store. Actually, it starts in the production. So it begs the question, who is at fault here? We're all at fault. You buy it, you're at fault. You produce it, you're at fault. You're a politician who doesn't do anything against it, you're at fault. It's all our planet, it's everybody's planet. Let's look at ourselves. So we started collecting as much plastic as we could in the short time we were in there with the capacity of the boards that we had. We just started collecting it with our hands, the smaller pieces, everything that we could collect. Of course, it's just a little drop in the ocean, what we can collect. It's just a little part. It did inspire some people to help or gave us plastic that we took out. I took some big pieces with the paddle. The paddle was really helpful for the big pieces. But in the end, it's just a small drop in the ocean, and we're very aware of that. But we couldn't stay there with not doing anything. Here Anna is with her collection. That's half an hour of collecting trash. She can't believe it. So there's another day. Let's look what we collected right here. We collected lots of wrappings. Oh, a toy car. Yay. Still good. Some kid probably played with it. Never thought that would end up here. Right here, between all this other trash. Also, these people didn't think their cracker packaging would end up here, but it did. That's why we have to be aware of our plastic usage. This is right at Ecuador, one of the most beautiful places. So back at the bay, we get back and we look, we take a plastic bag. That's the practical part. There's lots of plastic bags floating around, so you can use those to put in the other plastic trash that you collect, from toys to bottles to cups to everything. Everything you can imagine plastic, it's there. It's floating around. There's no excuse. It's just all there. Whatever you want to find, you'll find it there. A frisbee or a top, I don't know what that is, or if it's a plate with a mask, plastic. This is just half an hour of collection. And here's my collection. This is what I collected in half an hour to an hour. This is it. This is my proud collection. This is what I fished out of the water. I didn't fish out any fish, I just fished out plastic. Leave the fish in the water, take out the plastic. That's how we should do it, I think. And these fish used to be in the water, but now they're plastic. And this little one, he was a poor victim of our convenience. Just swimming around, got caught up in this plastic bag, which was from ice cream or something, and now he's dead inside there. Never got to grow up. This is right by the Lagoa. And this is a very symbolic image, a human killing nature. Yep, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing with the plastic. That's what we're doing every day. Killing nature, killing nature, killing nature. Plastic. Let's stop this, people. We have to change this. This cannot go on. So anyway, come visit Rio. It's a really great place. It's really beautiful, but you've been warned. There will be plastics.